listening to a Robin Banks Productions, baby.
Yeah, it's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass, boy, you done. It's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass, boy, you done. Move the sticks, first down. You better not step out of bounds. You don't really want it, but you really need it. It's the underground, man, we undefeated. Michael Jackson couldn't beat it, fourth down, couldn't reach it, man, your squad about to lose it. Go ahead and face the music, flip a coin, still lost. Pay the cost to beat the boss, turn your motherfucking lights off. Yeah, CTE, these niggas can't see me. Got your head fucked up, got the game locked up, and it's over for your ass. Fourth down, you better pass. You know what it is, you ain't gotta ask. It's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass, boy, you done. It's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass, boy, you done.
Wow, you know what it is, baby. Welcome to the Underground Sports Show. It's your host, Filthy Rich in the house. Yeah, you know how we do around here. Wow, it's the underground. We talk sports, we talk shit right here on the underground, baby. Your favorite show in your city, best show in my city. You know how we do it, baby. Wow, what's your team? It's time for that NFL season, man. This is my NFL preseason finale show, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to dig into the end of the preseason and see what we got coming up, because it's on now, man. No more games. Well, a lot of games, but we ain't playing no more games, you know what I'm saying? Because it's time for the regular season, y'all. Ow. So I'm going to break down my East and West divisions, you know what I'm saying, team by team. And that's what we're going to get into tonight also, y'all. So, hey, you know what it is. Ow. You know what time it is. It's the underground. Ow, you hear the underground, man. You know how we set it off. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot to talk about, as I said. We're going to get into a lot of NFL stuff that, you know, I've been paying attention to. Get into some college football because we got that coming up. And we also going to get into, like I said, my East and West division breakdown. All right? But, you know, I always start out with an icebreaker, so let's set it off, man. All right? Rampage's son. Did y'all see Rampage Jackson's son? Man, let's check this story out real quick, man. Not much of a story. It just says Rampage Jackson's son, Raja, officially got arrested after what just happened with a pro wrestler. All right, so we all know Rampage as a MMA fighter. I don't know if he got a pro wrestling background. I ain't that deep in the WWF or not. I bet you he showed his face around there too. But yeah, Rampage, big time MMA fighter. I didn't even know he had a son. I just seen this, and this was crazy, man. They said he got arrested for this, but if you ain't seen it yet, let's check it out real quick. Right here's the, hold up, I'm back. Let me get back. Here's the YouTube video of Rampage Jackson's son. Look like he's at a regular wrestling event. He almost looked like he's part of the event. And just check it out. And that's where it get crazy right there. So as you see, he's really fighting these dudes, man. Everybody else look like they play. And Rampage, Raja Jackson is going crazy. Jumps in the ring. The ref don't know what to do. The ref don't know what to do. And nobody know what to do. But dude's out cold. And they got to rumble my man, and they said he get arrested for this. That's crazy. I'm trying to figure out what my man did that much that he didn't know that he had that much beef with this cat. That he had that much beef with Raja that he would do this to him? Now, the comments don't really help. I mean, they just talking shit, how many blows he got and put on him. I seen him disrespect him earlier. I got an audio clip of that.
What the fuck was that? You don't sell it? Dude, he's not a fucking bro. What the fuck was that? Hold on. I don't play that shit, bro. No, I will fuck him up. I know you will. We're good. I will fuck him up, bro. I don't play that shit.
So that was just some audio of them having beef like outside the ring or whatever like that, talking to each other. I don't know. But dude definitely just let him slam him like that and thought it was part of the show. But Raja went off, man, and they said he's getting arrested for that. I guess some type of assault. You know, dudes that's into the MMA stuff, they can go to jail for a lot more than a regular dude because they ain't regular dudes when it comes to putting hands on people. You know what I'm saying? That lethal weapon thing that you always seen in the movies, and you know, saying that, you know, you use force, your hands is a lethal weapon because you this type of Marine or whatever like that. That's true. So yeah, Raja's going to jail, and his dad looked pretty disappointed, man. He's seen it all, and hey, we really don't know what the beef was, but that's crazy, man. That's real crazy. But you know, back then, whatever it was, I'm sure it wasn't worth going to jail. And I said I'll be talking about preseason football. We got a lot going on in preseason football, especially here in Pittsburgh. And my big thing is, like I said the other day, calm down, man. Your boy Raja right there need to calm down. Got himself in jail, locked up, all types of court fees. Because he wanted to go on ham on somebody that would have let him beat him up in the ring anyway. I don't know. He's bugging, you ask me. But question of the day today. And that ain't it. That was my question of the day the other day. My Mount Rushmore. My bad. Question of the day is, who's your sleeper team since the preseason's over, right? Finally got our preseason finale. Finally headed into the regular season here, and definitely I cannot wait. But the preseason shows you a lot of teams that you might not have watched because you're looking to see who the rookies is and who's going to do their thing, you know what I mean? But what I've seen is a few teams that might wind up doing something that nobody was thinking about. But my question to y'all is, if y'all been paying attention, who's your sleeper team in the NFL? Now, a sleeper team got to be a team that didn't make the playoffs last year, and this year they're going to make a big leap. Kind of like the Washington Commanders last year, all right? Kind of like a few years ago the Detroit Lions, where they came out of nowhere, and now they're a team that everybody want to watch. So who might that team be this year? Let's take a look back at all the teams that made the playoffs. On the on the NFC, you had the Lions, Rams, Vikings, Buccaneers, Commanders, Eagles, Packers. And in the AFC, the Chiefs, the Texans, the Chargers, the Ravens, Steelers, Bills, and the Broncos, right? So, I mean, for a sleeper to make the playoffs, one of these teams got to go. That's the reality of it. And is there any teams on the come up that you got on your mind? A lot of people this year put a lot of money down already on the Bears, gambling on the Bears to have a winning record this year. They do got a new coach in Ben Johnson, who's been doing good things so far. Look like he got Caleb Williams turned around, at least in the preseason. We don't know. But he does seem to be on the right trajectory. What other teams could be a sleeper team? Maybe my New York Giants. And the reason I'm calling them my New York Giants, because I believe that's my sleeper team. Let me tell you why in my breakdown, but I'm going to give you a little quick synopsis right now. I like the way they just moving the ball on offense. For real, for real. I like their quarterback situation. I like that Jackson Dart stepping his game up, even though he knows he's not starting from the door. He's nice, comfortable, got the playbook together, and they also been scoring points. In the Giants' first game, they put up, where is it at? 34 points against the Bills. In their second preseason game, put up 31 points against the Jets. And then last but not least, they put up 42 on the Patriots the other day, on Thursday. So they just been moving the ball up and down the field no matter who they put in the game, and that shows depth. That's one thing you can see in the preseason is how much depth the team has, and that's always help. That means you're going to have good, better special teams players. That means when somebody get hurt, you ain't going to drop off too far. And if Russell Wilson get hurt, they definitely ain't going too far because Jackson Dart looked like he need to be starting. But we're going to get right back to that in a minute. Give me your sleeper team. Who's your sleeper team? It might be somebody I ain't paying attention to, but I like to see consistency. All right? Now let's talk about some college football real quick because we about to get flooded with college football. We got flooded with college football, high school football this weekend too. I've never seen this much high school football on TV, and I love it. I love it. Big ranked teams going against other ranked teams across the country. Kids traveling state to state. I love it. It's great for the kids. They call it what? Week 0, right? I know we had a big KDKA live stream over the past 2 days here in Pittsburgh. And it's been great. Friday and Saturday night. Couldn't beat it. Around here, McKeesport looking good. Woodland Hills lost. Amani looking good, beating Clarendon. Clarendon didn't look that bad either, but Amani got just that one athlete. But back to college football, we had a good game too over there in Dublin. We also had one here back in the States, but over in Dublin in Ireland, I guess they love their football. I didn't even know this game was played over there for 4 years in a row now, but Iowa State versus Kansas State was the first Big 12 game overseas, and them boys had a ball out there. I think the final score was 24-21, went back and forth. Great game. Mud, rain, good old college football game. And what I liked about it is both quarterbacks showed out. If you've seen it, you know. But it was worth the watch, man. College football is here. Go check out Kansas State, man. Avery Johnson and Iowa State, they won the game. So, you know, they had some ballers over there, too. Now, the other game over here in the States was Fresno State versus Kansas on Saturday, which turned out to be a good game, too. And the reason I like that game, it was kind of a blowout, though. But what was good about that game was was Kansas' offense. So Kansas threw up 31 points on Fresno State. And I really did like what their quarterback did, Jalen Daniels, man. Now, nobody's talking about him when it comes to Heisman, but maybe he's a low-key type of dude that can sneak up in the Heisman race, man. I mean, Kansas is pretty decent. They spent a lot of money on their stadium and stuff this year, uniforms. They got this big NIL money coming in out of nowhere. Kansas Jayhawks always been a basketball team, but they've been hanging around in football lately. They got nice unis that I think the kids like, and they be getting some talent. Anyway, back to Jalen Daniels. He was 18 for 20, 176 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Gotta love that. Gotta love that. Now, the yardage ain't that great, but 18 for 20? 3 touchdowns? Yeah. Let me see. He had any rushing yards? He had 8 rushes for 47 yards. Ball that. So, check out Jalen Daniels, man. Don't be scared of Kansas, man. Don't think it's the regular Kansas, because it's not. At all. All right, and coming up in the later this week, though, we got big games coming up later. Not this week, but next weekend is going to be dominated by college football. And I can't wait. It's going to be dominated by college football. Now, hold on, I'm looking for my schedule here. Anyway, college football is taking over next week. You got Labor Day coming up real quick. And the schedule definitely look good, okay? So Saturday, we set it all off on Thursday, actually, August 28th. Got Boise State at South Florida, 5:30 their time, so that should be about 7:30 here, probably, on ESPN. And the other national game that night is Nebraska at Cincinnati at 9 o'clock. Nebraska been putting it together lately. You know, Cincinnati come hard. So, yeah, good game right there Thursday night. Elon and Duke, that's an ACC game. East Carolina, NC State. Yeah, nice little lineup on Thursday from the door. Also, Delaware State plays Delaware. Watch out for that game. That's at 7 o'clock on Thursday. And head coach Deshaun Jackson will be in the house for Delaware State. That's Thursday night. So, yeah, plenty. That's what I'm saying. That's one night, fellas. One night. And we already got to look at Boise State, number 25, South Florida. Delaware State opens it up with Deshaun Jackson. And Nebraska and Cincinnati should be a banger at 9 o'clock, bro. That's going to be all night. You know how them college games do. And then Friday, real quick in a hurry. Not too much on Friday. I hate that college even try to dominate high school night, but that's cool. I like games like this. Appalachian State at Charlotte. Can't beat games like that. You want to check that out. That's on ESPNU. And then on ESPN, the big game of the night, Georgia Tech visits Colorado at 8 o'clock. Can Dion keep it moving? Can Dion keep it moving without his kids on the team? That is one of the biggest stories in college football this year. Can Deion Sanders keep it moving without his kids on the team? Now, his kids is going through it right now. Deion already went through it. He had his cancerous thing. He beat cancer on the offseason. Now he's back ready to go. Seen him talking to the team. Same rules apply. And all his wide receivers last year went to the pros, man. From the year before last year. So you know how to bring some receivers in there. Know how to bring some playmakers in there. Hopefully his quarterback can step up like Shador, and we'll see about Dion. But yeah, that's one of the biggest stories, man, because you know, he's losing a lot. Most people think Shador was worthy of a first-round pick, and the wide receiver and best cornerback won the Heisman is gone now. So yeah. All right, off to Saturday. We start out big. You ain't no football fan if you ain't waking up on Saturday morning, 12 p.m., and watching Texas versus Ohio State, all right? Another big story right here in this game right here. The beginning of the Manning era is on Saturday, August 30th. Now, everybody's anointing Arch Manning is the Heisman Trophy winner already. Already just giving it to him. Ain't even acknowledging really nobody else yet. Especially Jeremiah Smith and what's his name? Williams, the two receivers, one at Alabama and one in Ohio State. We ain't gonna talk about them. Now I must admit the rest of the QB thing is kind of weak. They got the Clemson's quarterback, Klubiak, or whatever his name is. What's his name? Lenoris. What's his last name is escaping me. But Sellers. Lenoris Sellers, he's the quarterback for South Carolina. But yeah, we ain't talking about much but Arch Manning when it comes to the Heisman. They would have given it to him already. He wanted to give him the first pick in the draft, but his granddad squashed that. Said, nope, Arch Manning's coming back. he will play his senior year in Texas. And that maybe explains why he didn't start over Quinn Ewers. Everybody's like, why he couldn't even start over Quinn Ewers and they want to give him the Heisman. Well, maybe coaches already knew I got him for 2 more years. Let me keep him safe and upright. He's going to keep my job an extra year longer. So, yeah, maybe a smart move, but we shall see what Arch Manning's all about when he faced the defending champions, the number 3 ranked Ohio State. And Ohio State going to have to be feeling some disrespect because Texas is ranked number 1. Ohio State is ranked number 3, and they just coming off the natty. So there's going to be some disrespect in the house. Texas got to go all the way up there. SEC, Big Ten matchup for the door Saturday morning. They ain't even waiting. Now the next game at the same time, Tennessee Volunteers, let's see what they got against Syracuse. They're ranked 24 this year. So those games be back and forth, but them ratings going to suck on that Tennessee-Syracuse game because, man, Fox got it all with Texas and Ohio State. Now later today, in the time slot later, West Virginia's at Robert Morris. We'll see what West Virginia got this year. They should be able to blow out Robert Morris, but we'll see. Robert Morris been coming up in football. And at 3:30, you got number 2, Penn State. Penn State, number 2. Them 2 running backs got Penn State ranked number 2 in the nation. Now, Penn State's been known to choke and collapse during that Big Ten battle. They've been known to collapse during that Big Ten battle. They can't get past Ohio State. Michigan been having their troubles. They did play well last year, though, and I think that's where this ranking's coming from. Making it all the way, too. It wasn't a national day. I believe they was in the Final Four last year. I believe so. Also at 3:30, you got Georgia at number 5. Iowa State's back 2 at 3:30 against South Dakota. Oregon's ranked 7th this year. They got Montana State. They got a cheesy one. Let's see. Anything else good? There is definitely something good coming up. 2 more. Now prime time at 7:30. You got LSU and Clemson in the house. SEC versus ACC. Now Clemson been slipping for years a little bit. LSU been slipping for years a little bit. But they both hanging around now. Ain't no slouches. So, once again, they're setting us up real, real good, man. If you go back, you got a big game at noon on Saturday. Big game on Friday. Everybody get to watch Deion Sanders, 8 o'clock prime time. And yeah, it's on already. Now, LSU and Clemson, man, I think LSU is ranked 9th. Clemson's ranked 4th. But LSU, I got a feeling LSU's going to clip them that night. Clemson been slipping. Everybody's raving about that new quarterback. I don't know so much. But we shall see. And last but not least, no, I'm lying. This is not last but not least. Don't let me forget. The nightcap on Sunday night. I forgot. There ain't no NFL next week. So next week, Sunday night, once again, you ain't no real college football fan unless you're watching this game right here. Notre Dame is ranked number 6, and they are at Miami, who's ranked number 10. Yes, Crooks and Criminals is back on ABC, baby. Y'all remember that? Crooks and Criminals from the 80s. Everybody thought the Notre Dame boys were saints and all they had was criminals on Miami's roster. We know who's the real criminals these days. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, how could you hate on that? How could you miss Crooks versus Criminals in Miami? Now, Notre Dame just can't get over the hump. And I'm going to say the same thing for Miami, but they ain't been put it up on a pedestal as much as Notre Dame has been the last 3-4 years. But Miami has been slowly creeping up there. Now, they got an ACC schedule to where if you're good, you should be able to dominate in the ACC. But when you slip up and lose games to teams that you shouldn't lose to, that means you just ain't good, Miami. Now, they got Beck at quarterback who came from Georgia, transfers from Georgia last year. See what he can do. And Notre Dame, I think, got a Heisman hopeful at running back in Love. Nobody wants to talk about him either. They just want to give it to Arch Manning. But now, last but not least, as I was trying to get to, which I'm eager to get to, the biggest story in college football is the North Carolina Tar Heels and their new coach, Bill Belichick. And they play Monday night on primetime at 8 o'clock. Monday Night Football next week is the college game. And guess who's used to Monday Night Football? Bill Belichick. So did they line us up next week for Labor Day or what? Now, TCU is the team that Deion Sanders set it off against 2 years ago and made his, even though they was ranked then, they're not ranked now, but still, it's a wild coincidence that Bill Belichick is getting his turn at being a college coach and he get to play TCU, a decent team. You could definitely lose. So I'm very interested in North Carolina this year because Bill Belichick is the greatest coach NFL football has ever seen. Ever. And I want to know if he can do the same thing in college. Now, if you're the best NFL coach ever, you should at least be able to duplicate that, right? You should at least be able to duplicate that in college. But not so fast. You got to be able to handle different type of people. You're dealing with some young folks now. Now, Bill's advantage going in this direction in the way the college football direction is going to, these players getting paid, dealing with egos, with money. Bill's used to that coming from the pros, so he should be able to handle it. Where Alabama's coach, Nick Saban, once the money came into college, he had to go. And you've seen his results in the pros when he went to Miami. Couldn't hack it. Couldn't talk to the players the way he wanted to talk to the players. So that didn't work for him. So we shall see about Bill Belichick. But yeah, that's the lineup for college football coming up this week, man. You can't ask for much more. All right, man, if you tuned in, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Definitely call in. Hit me up, man. 412-407-2744. Talk your sports, talk your shit. The mic is yours. You know what I mean? So let's flip it up to some NFL football, man. And like I said, the preseason finale is here. And we're looking to see who's going to do some things, man. Who's your team, man? Who's going to do it this year, all right? Because it's all speculation, man. Everybody's 0-0. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows there's a few teams out there that's just going to do their thing, right? And I was checking about some odds for the Super Bowl, man. Maybe you could win a couple of dollars fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? Put a couple of dollars on your team or your sleeper team who you like think's going to win the Super Bowl, right? So I was looking at some odds for the Super Bowl winners, man. You bet a couple of dollars on a couple teams, you can win you some money, all right? So let's just say we got $100, man. Let's look at these odds, right? So the best odds to win the Super Bowl, the favorite to win the Super Bowl this year, according to FanDuel, is the Baltimore Ravens with a plus 650, which is their odds. All right, so if you put $100 on the Ravens right now, you're going to win $650 if they win the Super Bowl. Not bad. Now, you got to wait all year, but it is what it is, right? Not a bad bet at all. But let's look at some of these other teams. First of all, the Eagles are not number one. That's surprising. But it's hard to go back-to-back. So, but they're plus 700. You put $100 on that, you win $700 if the Eagles go back-to-back. Not a bad bet. If you willing to throw $100 away. Buffalo Bills sitting at $750. You'll win $750. Kansas City Chiefs is up fourth. You'll win $800 off of $100. But these teams are the teams that you already think might win it, you know, but only one team can win. So you could be easily throwing $100 away, but these teams got chances just to win 800. But when you start talking some other teams that got a chance to win, like I said, up next you got the Lions, Green Bay Packers. Now, the Lions is interesting. $100 on the Lions, you're bringing away $1,100. Now, the Lions blew their chance last year, but that don't mean they ain't still going to be a good team that should do what they did last year. It's always when you don't expect it. It's when a lot of teams creep up on you and win it. So if you want to put $1,000 in your pocket at the end of the year, put $100 on the Detroit Lions, which don't seem like a bad bet to me. Now, speaking of the Lions last year, who did they lose to in the playoffs? The Washington Commanders in their first playoff game, right? In the second round of the playoffs, Commanders went out in there and dogged them for real. But the Commanders are sitting at 2,000 plus 2,000. If you put $100 on the Commanders right now, with Jaden Daniels, everybody thinks he's a top 5 quarterback. Everybody think Washington got it together this year. They did go to the NFC Championship when he was a rookie. Now they do got to get that Terry McLaurin thing together. But I seen them playing well in the preseason. And the Commanders might win you some money. Put $100 on the Commanders right now, and you put in $2,000 in your pocket if they win the Super Bowl. All right? So, you know, if you want to just go offense, though, man, you got Cincinnati Bengals down here. I mean, they've been to the Super Bowl in recent years. It's not too far-fetched, but you put $100 on them, you're looking at $2,200 in your bank account for a simple $100. Even if you want to put 50 on a team like that, you walk away with $1,000. Tampa Bay Buccaneers sitting at $2,700. Now you can go walk away with $2,700 if Tampa Bay and that offense step up, and that defense get grimy. You know what I'm saying? But Tampa Bay, I don't think it's no pushover. A lot of people like the Chargers this year, too. Another team, a playoff team from last year that might get over the threshold. Now, Jim Harbaugh, every team he messes with makes it to the Super Bowl. When he was a player, what, did he miss out? No, he went to one of them Super Bowls. I think he was a backup for the Bears at the time. But, yeah, Chargers, put $100 on the Chargers, catching $2,500. Now, some of these teams at the bottom, man, yeah, you know what I mean? Come on now, man. Saints. You put $100 on the Saints, you're walking away with $40,000 if the Saints win the Super Bowl off a $100 bet. I don't think so. But this team at the bottom, my sleeper team is down here, man. You'll win $22,000 if the Giants win the Super Bowl. Well, Russell Wilson, hey, they got a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Dolphins, can the Dolphins step up? Now here's interesting, everybody's jumping on the bandwagon this year, the Steelers, huh? Steelers. You can walk away with $5,000, $5,500 if the Steelers win. You put $100 on the Steelers, or maybe you put, let's be cheap. Let's put $25 on the Steelers, and you're still coming up with $1,300, $1,400 for real, $1,375. So if we're going to say Steelers, let's say the Cowboys too. Let's put $25 on the Cowboys. Put $100 on your boys. If you really like the Cowboys, you're walking away with $4,500. But let's put $25 on it being cheap. Still walk away with $1,100. $25 on the Cowboys. So yeah, that's just some of the random teams I'm going through, man. You throw a couple of dollars on them, you can walk away with some dough. I don't think the Ravens is a scary thing to put $100 on if you only want to win $650 though. But I like going for the big risk. I would pick a team like Washington and walk away with my $2,000 off for $100. Team like the Buccaneers, Cowboys, Steelers, Seattle, and win me some real money with my $100, man. If you're gonna go for yours, go for yours. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at it. That's how I'm looking at it right there. All right, man. Talked about some getting bet, and we're gonna get into the rest of the show here in a minute. But we're gonna take a halftime break real quick, and we're gonna come back and talk about rest of the preseason, and we'll go over some East-West division breakdown, all right, in a minute. So, yeah, see you at the halftime, baby. It's halftime. I'll be right back. It's halftime. It's halftime. It ain't over yet. It's halftime. It's halftime. I'll be right back. It's halftime. It's halftime. It ain't over yet. It ain't over till it's over. Pull back, run you over. It's the halftime show. We need a turnover. Pick six. It's your boy Filthy Rich. Turn me up in this bitch. Hit the like button. That's the right button. Call in to the show if you know something, but you probably know nothing. Not my fault that you're playing for the wrong team, wrong scheme. Strike you out like Paul schemes. It was all a dream. You never gonna win a thing. Nah. Yeah, you know what it is. It's halftime. It's halftime. I'll be right back. It's halftime. It's halftime. I'll be right back. It's halftime. It's halftime. I'll be right back. It's halftime. It's halftime. It ain't over yet. Halftime. It's halftime. I'll be right back. Yeah, you know what it is, baby. It's the Underground Sports Show. Call into the show. Leave a comment. Talk your sports. Talk your shit. Ow. It's the Underground. Yeah. We back. Yeah, let's talk about some stuff we seen in the preseason, baby. Like I said, preseason finale show. We're going to get into it. We talked about some college football already, so I hope you tuned in. You know what I'm saying? We got deep into that. But now we're going to dig into some preseason football. And the big story, man, it's the preseason finale. And the Sanders brothers did not have a good finale at all, man. Damn, I mean, shit went from so high to so low. It was crazy, man. From a big game on the spotlight, which, he was blessed to even have that opportunity. When you take a look at it and see how they treated the man, he was blessed to have that first opportunity. He almost didn't get that. And we all know we're talking about not Dion, but Shedeur Sanders. Now, his brother Shallow, let's get back to Shedeur in a minute. Let's get through Shallow first, man. Shallow tripping. You know what I'm saying? Throwing punches in the game. I don't know what he's thinking. But one thing I will say about this, I kind of do get his frustration. If you really peep it, look at the guys. Now, what I mean by look at the guy, look at the Buffalo players, everybody other than Shallow and the guy that's so-called blocking them, okay? Now, if you're looking at them, they're all looking. They're not looking like they're running a play or anything. This ain't part of the play. All I heard was, oh, Shallow got mad because dude was blocking the shit out of him. Well, he's kind of pushing him around way after the play. You go back to the beginning, you could tell the play's over. Look at the people around. You could tell the play's over. Lyman's looking back, receiver jogging, looking around, and watch. Everybody's going back to the huddle. Everybody's turning right to go back, except for 84. He still won a chicken fight, right?
That's the tight end, sacked it.
He still won a chicken fight. Look how far. Ref's already breaking it up. The play been over. Where's the flag out on him? Of course, Shador gets mad, socks him in the mouth with an open hand, I might say, which is what you're supposed to do because everybody's mad because he hit him in the helmet. He smacked him with an open hand, though. And honestly, he was just trying to get him up off him. Do you got to be smarter than that? Hell yeah. But look at everybody watching. The play been over. I just think nothing wrong with the flag. I just think, like, god dang, like a punch to the face and get you kicked out the game. And that was the worst part of the whole finale thing for Shallow. Because it's so fragile when you're in the preseason. It's so fragile about making a team. Little things like that can make it break it for you. A fumble, a drop pass, a penalty. A penalty after the play. And it's always the second guy that get caught. You know the rules. You know the rules. I do understand his frustration, though. Now, back to Shador. I definitely understand his frustration, too, especially the way they took him out the game. That was the fucked up part about it. Was he playing well? Hell nah. Was he trying to make a play? Yeah, but to a default, yes. But when you take him out with a couple minutes left in the preseason game and don't give him all the chances to redeem himself or correct his mistakes, that's kind of fucked up. It's pretty much like benching him. So you got benched. And for what? What you benching him for? I don't understand. It's a preseason game. You're supposed to get your bruises in. You're supposed to get your punches in. You're supposed to take your shots. What the hell you benching a man in the preseason for? I don't understand that. And that's what everybody's mad about. It's not that Shador played bad, because he did. So it didn't look good. Then you got Joe Flacco in front of you looking good. Dylan Gabriel looked better. And you can blame it on the players on the field and all that if you want to. Nobody really cares about that. Coaches don't care. You ain't allowed to blame it on the people around you. You just can't. No matter if they was blocking for you or not. Nah, you can't say that. Because you didn't say that the other day when you was doing well. You was in the game the whole time. So nah, you can't use that one. But you just didn't play well. He was taking sacks, was looking crazy, running around. But to deserve a benching in the preseason, in a regular season game, yep, I'm all for it. You got him running around, looking crazy, getting sacked, taking sacks for negative 20 yards. Bruh, you can't be doing that. You got to throw the ball away. But to bench him in a preseason game with 2 minutes left for another dude that ain't going to make the team neither, what's the point? You benched him. That's the point you was trying to make. You benched him. It ain't no worse feeling than when you get benched at quarterback. It's not like every other position. You're supposed to let a motherfucker ride his ship to a sink, especially in this situation right here. Didn't make no sense to me, but Once again, moral of the story, bad weekend for the Sanders family, man. And the wild part about it is, can both Sanders not make the roster? Is Shador really in danger of not making Cleveland's roster? What the hell is Cleveland going to do? Well, they're starting Joe Flacco, for sure. Dylan Gabriel already looks like the proof is in the pudding. They put Dylan Gabriel in the game before Shador because you the backup. Kenny Pickett's hurt. You're not carrying 4 quarterbacks on game day. So Shador, I guarantee you, Shador will be on the bench with a hat come week 1. That's what it seems like that's going to happen to me. We're going to find a way to keep him on the roster, but you won't even be dressed for the week 1 game against, I think they play Cincinnati. You won't even be dressed. Now, what the hell is Cleveland thinking? What is Cleveland thinking? I actually got a vibe on what Cleveland's thinking, because this popularity thing is killing me. They don't seem to want to take advantage of Shador's popularity at all. At all. They seen the ratings for the preseason game. They know he's popular. They know he's going to get you views. But they refuse to do it anyway. We don't know if the owner made them pick him up. We don't know if the GM did it, like the owner blamed it on him. This is the weirdest shit ever. But I'm going to bet Shador's on the sideline with a baseball hat on and his legendary chain come game 1. On the roster, but not dressed. Just to tease people. Just to keep themselves in the news. Without having to do this, which is linked to Shador's contract. All right, so let's check this out, because this is what it really might be about, y'all. Now let's check out Shador Sanders' contract. Shador Sanders signed a groundbreaking, record-setting rookie contract. Let me say that again. Shador Sanders signed a groundbreaking, that means it's brand new, record-setting. It means it's no other rookie ever did it. Contract with the Cleveland Browns that goes beyond traditional salary, including a prime equity clause granting him a percentage of merchandise and sponsorship revenue tied to his image. He also retains full ownership of his personal media content, a unique aspect recognized by the NFL. So I'm guessing the NFL is used to having those rights on players, and they don't have it with this guy. Now I'm going to continue. While the base contract is a standard 4-year, $4.6 million rookie deal, the real value comes from the revenue sharing and media rights, transforming his personal brand into a significant business asset and setting a new precedent for athlete empowerment in the NFL. Now, here's the question to debunk my own theory of why they would do this. Why they would do this to Shador. Why they don't want him on the field. Because basically he has the chance to make a whole bunch of little more money if he is held up on a pedestal, basically. If he's the guy. But he's the guy already. Even as they're making him the bad guy, the villain, they're making him more popular. They're making him more popular. And this is what they don't want to do. They don't want to share this money that they get from normal players that don't have a contract like this, they don't want to share it with Shedeur. It says the real value comes from the revenue sharing and media rights. Revenue. So whatever they bring in, they got to share. And when it comes to the media, they got to share that too. So the more popular he is, he wants his piece. And my question is, why to debunk my own, to debunk my own theory, why would Cleveland even sign a contract like that then? But something's a little fishy here. No matter which angle you want to take at it, Shedeur should have been a first rounder and should be starting. Shedeur was a fifth rounder, but he's still better than all these dudes if you let him play. And then you got to think Cleveland really signed this contract knowing they had to share revenue and media rights with him, but then don't want to do it? How did that make sense? And then the coach had it said all along. They wanted Flacco to start from the door. I mean, he never really gave Shedeur a chance. Never really gave him a legit chance. So, it is what it is for that saga. I guess we're going to have to see what happens. Guess we're just going to have to see what happens. Who knows? I don't know on this one, y'all. For real. This is some of the weirdest shit the NFL has ever seen. I tell you that. All right, off of Shedeur, let's talk about some other rookie quarterbacks, man. Who did y'all think was the best rookie quarterback in the playoffs? I don't think it was hard to tell, man. My boy Jackson Dart, Ole Miss, went crazy in the preseason. Looking like a vet. Looking like he grew up in this offense. Looking like he should be starting. It will not be the worst idea in the world, I don't think, to start Jackson Dart the way he played. The way he looked like he had command of the offense. The way he was getting all the receivers involved. The way he was throwing off angle like Patrick Mahomes and Matt Stafford with the sidearm and all that type shit. Mobility was on, 10. So I'm like, damn, Jackson Dart is as advertised, bruh. So to me, Jackson Dart comes in number one as my rookie quarterbacks. Number two, now I made a list a while ago. After Sanders' big performance, I had Jackson Dart, then I had Sanders, I had Cam Ward, Tyler Shock, and Dylan Gabriel, but it's changed. Right now, I still got Dart at number one, but I got Cam Ward at number two, who didn't do a whole lot of scoring, but he didn't do a lot of messing up either. So it looks like Cam Ward's protecting the ball. They're also protecting Cam Ward, getting him in and out of the game quick enough, making sure he's making it to the regular season because he's all they got on offense here in Tennessee. Very, very bad on offense last year. They had a top 5 ranked defense and couldn't win a goddamn game. So they want to change that. They got to protect Cam Ward for that reason alone. All right, number 3 guy was Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel stepped up, man. After his injury, came in 2 games, did really good the second game. First game, made one bad mistake, which his team didn't help him with, but he learned from that and moved on. So, yeah, Dylan Gabriel was my 3rd guy. My 4th guy is Tyler Shock, still, which was in 4th place 2 weeks ago when I made this list, too, after the first preseason game. Tyler Shock just stayed fair, stayed even. He didn't throw a pick 6 again. Completing balls. He's good on a slant ball. Tyler Shock looked like a player, man. He's pretty decently mobile, too. We was sleeping on Tyler Shock. And last but not least, well, might be the least, the way he performed the other day, Shedeur. Told you it ain't a good weekend for Shedeur, man. He wound up being last on my list quarterback performances because you just can't do what you was doing, dog. You got to get rid of the ball. They ain't blocking with you, for you. Now, there is a lot of talk about there. They changed up the play calling for Shador as soon as he got in. They wanted to go deep all the time or long plays to where 5-step drops. And knew the third string wasn't blocking well. Knew the third string O-line wasn't blocking well, but they kept forcing the issue and making Shador look bad. But you got to adapt to that, get the ball out of your hands, make yourself look good. You know what I mean? Got to adapt and overcome sometimes because they ain't always going to hand it to you. And the Browns definitely ain't handing it to Shador, man. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. I did see some good running backs coming out of this rookie class coming into the NFL, man. That Nichols for the Steelers was looking good. I hope we can keep him around on the roster. And the guy from Washington that took Brian Robinson's spot, man. They traded Brian Robinson to the 49ers after they seen this cat. His name is Jakari Krosky-Merritt. You got to check him out, man, for the Washington Commanders. Balled out. Balled out at running back. When you take somebody's spot that was there already, that everybody was liking on their team, and you get him traded because you went off like that in camp, and the coach can just be like, yeah, he's that guy. Yeah, you did something big. You did something big at running back right there. Now, the best wide receivers I seen, though, Dante Thornton Jr., everybody's liking him for the Raiders. It's like 6'4", 200-something pounds. Been doing all types of shit at practice and had a real good couple games where he made some plays, man. Also, Javonte Wester, Colorado alumni, one of Deion Sanders' wide receivers. I said they all been pretty good. Went to the pros and had a good preseason with the Baltimore Ravens. Had a punt return and averaged about 17.3 a catch. So he's a speedster, man, and I hate to say want to see him on a team like that. A team like that could really make you Rookie of the Year. You know what I mean? So, I mean, if I had to say it right now, if Jackson Dart was starting, he'd be my Rookie of the Year candidate. Early Rookie of the Year. Between him, Cam Ward, and that running back, Jakari Krosky-Merritt. And it might be another guy at wide receiver, that Javonte Wester, if he can get busy for the Ravens, man, because he looked like he's definitely going to be in the game. All right, let's look at some preseason stat leaders here. Stat leaders for the preseason. Passing yard, Easton Stick, quarterback for Atlanta, had 520 passing yards. That was number one. But names you might know better. What's his name? Bennett. He used to play for Stephen Bennett. Used to play for what? Georgia. He had 512 yards. He was getting busy out in L.A. Chicago, Bajent, he's been around for a while, 511 yards. Skylar Thompson, 498 yards in the preseason. Okay? And Sam Ehlinger for Denver had 415 yards. Now, number one in passing rating was Skylar Thompson with 116. Jackson Dart went right behind him with 113. And Bennett and Bajent is in there too, 106 and 105. Rushing yards. Who had the most rushing yards in that preseason? Dearness Johnson for the Ravens. He used to play for Cleveland. He had 163 yards all preseason. Who was the number one back? Other notables, I like Ollie Gordon, man. He was number 5 with 126 yards in the preseason. I think Ollie Gordon, the second, is going to get down this year. He got like a little chance to be Rookie of the Year. One of their running backs got hurt in Miami. So maybe. Receiving yards, though. Chris Blair. Like in his 4th season out of, I can't remember college, but 197 yards he had. Now, Jay Meeks, man, from Detroit, had 176 yards. All right, well, let's check Jay Meeks out, man. Jay Meeks, 6'2", 218, a rookie out of Syracuse. And he had big yardage for the Detroit Lions, who, damn, got a multiple wide receiver. So remember Jay Meeks, man. He might do something, man. Look like they try to get him the ball. Scotty Miller for Pittsburgh, we had 167. He was all over and playing in every quarter for the Steelers, so I'm not surprised at that. Scoring, those are kickers. Sacks, my man Austin Booker for Chicago. Let's check him out. He had 4 sacks. And he is in his second year out of Kansas. So, yeah, maybe it's time for him to step up. Austin Booker, 4 sacks. Hard to tell with these sacks, though. Other notable names on here. B. Jackson, we don't know him, 3 sacks. Anthony Jennings from New England, 3 sacks. A. Huntington with 2.5 for Cleveland. And in Pittsburgh, my man Yaya Black with 2 sacks. As a D tackle. Now, Kyle Duggar got 2 interceptions. Another guy, Lacey from Minnesota, got 2 interceptions. E. Rogers got 2. In Dallas, St. James, a linebacker, got 1. In New Orleans, Q Riley, a cornerback, got 1. So, you know, anytime you're getting turnovers in preseason, that don't make you make the team. Now, Kyle Duggar been on the team, but yeah, this guy, Lacey, I don't know him. Let's see, in Minnesota, got 2 interceptions. 3rd-year experience. Maybe they got a little something there. 3 interceptions in the preseason, that's a lot. No, I'm lying. No, 2 interceptions in the preseason. That's a lot. All right, tackles. Imani Johnson with 22 tackles for the Chargers. Another Charger. L. Bridges got 20 tackles. And another Charger, M. Wax, got 20 tackles. So the Chargers is leading in tackles. They're doing something right over there. Isaiah Simmons for Green Bay. And C. Tyndall for Miami with 19 both. That's kind of deceiving here and there. You never know what that means when it comes to tackles. But, hey, at least they putting in their work, right? Preseason football, it is what it is, man. One thing I'm going to say, finally, to get to my team, the Steelers, I wish they would have played more starters in the preseason. I really don't understand ignoring Josh Allen. I mean, not Josh Allen, but Aaron Rodgers. What am I talking about? And not let him get 1 snap in the preseason. Not 1 game, not 1 snap. DK Metcalf, not 1 snap. TJ Watt, Cam Hayward, I get it a little bit. I get it. But not when you're coming out with a new offense, man. I seen Joe Burrow out there. I seen even Patrick Mahomes. You know, his ass stay ready. He was out there. There's plenty of quarterbacks that was out there that could have rode the pine because they already knew the playbook and all that stuff like that. Lamar, you ain't going to get no Lamar sighting. Nah, I ain't mad at that either. But I don't know, man. I don't know about that new offense and not getting out there and playing, man. Caleb Williams out there trying to get his. Who else was out there? Seen Geno Smith. He was in the new offense, so he need to do that anyway. But yeah, once I see Mahomes and you got Russell Wilson out there and that's the situation I'm really talking about. Russell Wilson going to a new team, they working on things. And they look like they moving the ball. Once again, Giants scored 42 points, 34 and 31. They're out there working on their craft, man. Working on their craft. I even seen Jalen Daniels out there. He proved himself already, right? He's out there. Jared Goff played for the Lions. Let's see. No Goff there. But still, you know, it's up to the discretion of the coach. I get all that. But I just think it would have been good to get the Steelers lined up a little bit, man, on offense, man, for real. And get some work, get some live action, game time, not just practice. I know they had the joint practices. They feel like they can get a lot out of that, but I'll be mad if my boys come in rusty, man, for real. Because I'm going to blame it on this off the rip. That's where I'm going to go straight with it. All right, man. That's it for tonight. Next time we can get into my East and West division breakdown. You know what I'm saying? Because we got long tonight, but that's all right. Check me out later this week. I'm getting into it real quick, though, man. Check me out Monday, Tuesday, because I'm going to go through all the divisions and break them down. That's definitely going to be a good watch. We can get into some good talk on that one. So, yeah, once again, hit the like button, man. Check me out in the mornings, too, man. It ain't always got to be live, man. You don't catch it live, catch it later, man. It's still a good conversation. Hit me up in the comments. Tell me I'm tripping. Tell me I'm not. But right now, man, it's the Underground Sports Show, and we out tonight, baby. Hey, I appreciate you. Everybody that showed up, hit the like button. Once again, we out of here.
Yeah, it's the underground. It's the underground. It's the underground. It's the underground. You better pass. You better run. And that's your ass. Boy, you done. It's the underground. It's the underground. Yeah, it's the underground. It's the underground. You better pass. You better run. And that's your ass. Boy, you done. Move the sticks. First down. You better not step out of bounds. You don't really want it, but you really need it. It's the underground, man, we undefeated. Michael Jackson couldn't beat it. Fourth down, couldn't reach it. Man, your squad about to lose it. Go ahead and face the music. Flip a coin, you still lost. Pay the cost to beat the bars. Turn your motherfucking lights off. Yeah, CTE, these niggas can't see me. Got your head fucked up, got the game locked up, and it's over for your ass. Fourth down, you better pass. You know what it is, you ain't gotta ask. It's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass. Boy, you done. It's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run. And that's your ass, boy, you done.